Good afternoon. My name is Sagar Ghimire. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Aakash Gautam.
So, how may I address you?
Yes, simply you can call me Aakash.
Okay, Akash. So, can I see your identification first?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. You can have it back. Alright, so are you ready to begin the test?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's start by talking about teenagers first, okay?
Okay.
So, what do teenagers generally do when they are free in your country?
Well, speaking about the teenagers, they love to visit various places, and especially nowadays, they also love to listen music and play the musical instrument, which makes them very refreshment. And they some of the teenagers hang over the social medias like internet and chat with the friends and play the video games on with the latest technology.
Okay, so what would you say is the main obstacle that teenagers face these days regarding their studies?
In my opinion, most of the teenagers are distracted by the internet, because they always hang over the internet and different kind of the unnecessary websites, which makes their mind not to study, which makes their mind always thinking about the same thing that they do. And
So, who do you say is responsible to teach manners to teenagers? Their parents or the teachers at school?
I think both teachers and the parents play the significant role in the children's life. Uh, Both of them are very important. Parents are the first person to teach the social behavior and to develop the positive things, and to teach the children about the patriotism. And as well, teachers also, nowadays most of the students spend more time in the school than home. That's why teacher also should teach many things except the study.
Okay. So, teenagers in your country, do they have positive attitude towards tradition and culture?
Well, teenagers, well, it depends upon the person. Some of the teenagers have the good thought about the tradition and culture, and they show the interest in the tradition and culture. They want to know about our history. Some teenagers study about the history. Some are the more interested in to study about past ancient things than their course of study. But some do not like it. Most of the teenagers do not like to about the tradition and culture. They always wants to waste their time or spend their time in modern things.
Okay, so let's talk about sports for a while, okay?
Okay.
So, what kind of games are mostly played by youngsters in your country?
Well, it also depends upon the mood or the person. Some play various games are played by the different peoples, but especially in my country, most of the teenagers play football and the basketball, because it helps them to be mentally healthy as well as physically healthy.
So,
Because
would you say playing a sport can be dangerous sometimes?
yeah, of course, playing sport is dangerous. Sometime when the people play games like basketball, football, they may fall down, and they may be physically hampered.
Okay, so what do you think will be the future of sports? Do you think it will grow in popularity or will people stop playing it in future?
Yeah, of course, the sports will grow in the future. Most of the people wants to get entertainment, and as well, most of the people think that the we can get better opportunity in the sports as well. It has the equal value to the study. Sports, yeah, sports nowadays, sportsman can get salary than the teachers. That's why the people nowadays, that's why in my opinion, sports will grow in the future.
So do you think watching sports is a lot better than playing sports because it is safer?
Yeah, personally speaking, yeah, watching sports is safe than the playing sports. But if we watch by sitting inside of four walls, then we never can develop our mental. We will be mentally weak as well as physically weak. But if we play, then our muscles will be stretched, and it is also like a exercise which helps to keep us fit. That's why I give priority to playing.
Okay, now I would like you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on a given topic, okay?
Okay.
You will have 1 minute to take some notes before you do that, so you can take your notes here.
Okay.
And your question today is to describe an incident that took place at your primary school. Okay, so these are the questions. You have 1 minute to take your notes, which starts now. Okay, that's your time. Could you please stop writing and you can start answering the question.
Well, there are lots of incidents that I remember that was occurred in my primary school, but the one most important incident is at the time of the sports week. It was not the sports week of our school only, but it was the inter-school sports week. There are almost five schools are gathered, and sport weeks was conducted by my schools, and really I feel very much entertained in the sports week as well. We played different kinds of the musical instrument, and we sung a national anthem, and we begin sports week. But in that day, most of the player of other school played rough game, which I didn't like it, because it's not about winning the trophy. It is all about the fair game. I want to watch the fair game, and I want to entertain. But some of them had played rough game and they cheated, and music and the sports coach as well as the sports director also support them. They gave a lot chance for the cheater, but at last they lost with us, and that's why this is an important incident that I remember in my life.
Carry on, you have time.
And especially on this day, most of the teachers are also had shown friendly behavior to the student as well. Other day the teacher will show the rude behavior to us, but on that day they are very friendly to us. They share everything, even though we danced with teachers and we enjoyed a lot, which is a very beautiful moment in my life, that I cannot forget in my lifetime.
All right, thank you. Can I have the question back? Yes. Okay, so were there many similar incidents at school?
Yeah, of course, there are lots of similar incident at school. After Dasai vacation, in our school there is the system of giving vacation work. But after Dasai vacation, I was not I have gone school without my work. That's why the teacher has scolds me very rudely, and he has beaten me as well. That's why.
Okay, so now let's continue talking about different activities that students do in their primary school. Okay.
Okay.
So what do students enjoy the most about studying in a primary school?
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat?
What do students enjoy the most about studying in a primary school?
Well, in my opinion, most of the students enjoy studying. I should talk about subject.
Yes, it could be a subject.
Most of the students enjoy about studying different kinds of the science subject, especially biology, because in this subject we can know about the unique words which may be funny as well, such as the scientific name of the various animals and the plants, which is interesting, and therefore when the unique words are seen, then the students studying power will increase, their interest will increase. uh, Therefore, in my opinion, most of the student wants to study the science, especially biology.
Okay. So, what kind of changes would you like to see in the education system of your country in the context of primary schooling?
Talking about the education system in the primary school, I want to see that the education should be practical. But in my country, every school teach every student theoretically only. They didn't teacher do not give priority for the practical. But in my opinion, in spite of the practical education, students cannot improve only by the theoretical education. Therefore, the practical education should be given more priority.
So, what kind of changes have you noticed in the primary schooling system since you studied in the primary school and these days?
Uh, when I was in the primary school, the teacher always give priority for the theoretical and always wants to study. They do not want to entertain. But nowadays, various teachers and the various teachers of the different school take students for the field trip or the field visit for to gain the different knowledge about the different place, like socio-economic and the political condition. And as well, they give a practical education, science, especially science teacher to take a science lab for the practical to generate something such as generating electricity from the potato, which is unique thing. But in my when I was in primary school, this was not done at all.
Okay, so would you say primary school is the best time to teach a child about a foreign language?
Yeah, in my opinion, it is best to teach foreign language in the primary level, because when the students are in the primary level, then they have a they have a powerful brain to catch various language or different things. Because when they grow old or mature, then different kinds of the responsibility will hanging over with them. That's why they will not get time to study such a language. But in a young age, they can fastly recognize the new thing. That's why it is the best time to teach them.
So, how common are physical punishments in your country? And if so, what kind of punishments are generally given to students of primary school?
Well, physical punishment are more common in my country. Most of the teachers give the physical punishment, such as they they make a student hen, and as well they beat with the sticks, which is very rude, or which I don't like it. Uh,
So, do you think instead of physical punishment, some other things should be tried to teach moral lessons to students?
Yeah, of course, moral lessons should be taught to the students in spite of the physical punishment. Because if the physical punishment is given to the student, then they may take it rudely, and the negative thought may be rise in their mind. That's why if the teacher give the positive if the teacher teacher teach positive things to the student, then they might be motivated and inspired by the teacher. That's why they can do they can correct their mistakes.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of your speaking test.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed this one and would like to watch some more, do make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that like button and leave some comments down below so that we can make videos according to your choices. Here are a few suggestions for you guys to have a look. Thank you very much for watching it once again. I'll see you in my next video.